Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff. And the offense starts in the shadow of their own end zone. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
He hands it to the back. Finding space at the 20. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he's got it. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Important second down play coming up. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense.
3:25.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Short throw complete to the tight end. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
So a serious defensive battle as we wrap up the first quarter. These teams pursuing a national championship. Let's take a look at the game summary so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Becoming a long drive, the 9th play coming up. It's a draw to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You can really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
Fighting him off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They're going to run the option. He'll toss it to the back. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. The Irish offense comes up here on 1st and goal. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. We'll give it to the running back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Defense is coming after him. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. We get the second half started with the running play. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Receiver makes the catch. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt.
Number 10 on to kick it away.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this one. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They're finally looking to click. This has been a struggle for both offenses so far. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's got a first down and more. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. That's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. And there's the handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
He's brought down at the 4-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal upcoming.
Easy.
They'll give it to the back. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Paul. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. With 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive with the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. They flip it to him on the jet sweep inside the 35-yard line. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Touchdown, Irish. And this one is getting ugly. That's an old school leap, just up First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll hand it off. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Great performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Second down, we're going to throw it, and he lofts it toward the sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Strong game by this quarterback. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Receiver makes the grab, and they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, they had enough yards for the first down on that throw, but a clutch hit right here defensively jars the ball free, so no first down.
Fair catch made at the... And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
I love the call here by the offense coordinator. Perfect time to be able to go with this draw. The defense is expecting a pass. They're dropping out into coverage. The back's able to get that ball underneath and pick up some big yards.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He escapes the sack. He's going to pull it down and run. Finds room at the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. And now the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that effective defense.
This is the sixth play on the drive. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Irish. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him about the 14. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could hope for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a...
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Brought down to the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone.
Man, that is a big play by this offense. Now they move the ball into the red zone. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you better be ready because the momentum that they've created, they're probably going to take a shot to the end zone right here.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's an out route, the catch made. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. And the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
He's escaping the pocket now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or you.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the pack's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds, work that clock.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Looks like Notre Dame will have the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Handoff from the shotgun. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it from the gun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and long, but you'd expect another run here to try to bleed the clock. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And now the defense able to bring him down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Long enough and good. And they add to their lead. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.